What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. Hey, listen, man, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today, man. And if you're new to the channel, I want you to think about subscribing as we stay knee-deep into this boxing conversation, man. But listen, look, I want to talk about one of my favorite fighters, Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Now, lately, you have a lot of fighters out there taking shots at Tank. Especially on social media, man. Tank has been going back and forth with fighters on social media for a couple of years, man. But lately, you got a lot of fighters calling him out, man. You got guys like Santa Cruz, who's at 126. He's calling Gervonta "Tank" Davis out. You got guys like Tevin Farmer, who has been going back and forth with Tank for a couple years now. And now, you got little Gary Russell calling Gervonta "Tank" Davis out also. And you got the Vasil Lomachenko has been calling Tank out, man. So you got all these guys calling Gervonta "Tank" Davis out, man. And I got to say, there's quite a few things that I want to talk about these guys calling him out, man, because, Tank is, he's about had it, man. He's about had it. He's fed up with these dudes talking this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Tank is ready to snap, man. Recently, Tank has been going back and forth with Tevin Farmer. And this is the latest Twitter post, interaction between Gervonta Davis and Tevin Farmer. Hey, put that up on the screen for me, please. As you can see, Tevin Farmer says, Davis always talking trash on social media, knowing he's not allowed to fight no one. Gervonta "Tank" Davis responds. He says, you a bitch. I'm willing to fight you next, to be honest. Now, put the next tweet up, please. Now, Tank goes in deep, man. You could tell Tank's pissed off. He says, I will break every bone in your body on my dead homies. I'm going to try to kill you when we fight. Now, those words right there, man, that ain't to be taken lightly, man. Tank means business, man. Tank is tired of all these dudes calling his name out, man. Because if you look at it, man, from the outside looking in, man, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is looking bad, man. And I think Floyd Mayweather, Leonard Ellaby, and, Al Heyman and TMT, they're to blame for it. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're not making the fights that we want to see Tank in. In my opinion, I believe Tank could be a pound-for-pound fighter, man. I think he got that much skills, man. I think he can be great, man. You know what I'm saying? But we won't see it because these guys are not putting him in there with the type of competition for him to prove himself. Personally, I think he smokes Tevin Farmer. I like Tevin Farmer. Like I said, he's from Philadelphia. I'm from Pittsburgh. It's PA all day. You know what I'm saying? Tevin Farmer has came a long way. He has a lot of skills, man. But I just think that Tank will be too strong and too powerful for Tevin Farmer because he gets hit way too much, especially in the later rounds, man. And we know Tank has that power. You know what I'm saying? That power to put somebody to sleep. That NyQuil type of power. You mix that NyQuil with that Robitussin and your ass is night-night. That's what Tank is giving dudes, man. And then you got Santa Cruz, man. Santa Cruz is too small, man. But he does have a long reach. He is taller than Tank. He has a reach advantage. You know what I'm saying? So out of all the groups that I'm talking about, I think Santa Cruz would give Tank the best fight. And that's because of his height and because of his reach. Now, we've seen in the fight, the second fight with Frampton, that Leo can stick to the game plan and can stick that jab out there, man. Can fight off the back foot, man, and be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? The first fight with Frampton, he wanted to go in there and brawl. You know what I'm saying? And we see what happened. He lost. So he went back to the drawing board. They devised the game plan, and he stuck to it, man. His jab was key in that victory in that second fight with Frampton. You know what I'm saying? I think that, he would give, Tank a little different look early on with that jab, man. But eventually, I think Tank will be just too powerful for him. And I think Tank would stop Santa Cruz. And all this talk about Lomachenko, man. Lomachenko's at 135. Tank is at 130. So let's stop the nonsense, man. Let's stop talking about it. If they was in the same weight class, then yeah, we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Before Jarrett Hurd lost, Jarrett Hurd, he mentioned Earl Spence's name. Nobody took that and ran with it because they're in two different weight classes. Demetrius Andre, he said Spence's name. Nobody took that and ran with it because they're in two different weight classes. Vasily Lomachenko is at 135. Gervonta Tank Davis is at 130. Why are people still running with it, man? It was different when Loma was at 130. I wanted to see the fight. I still want to see the fight. You know what I'm saying? I think Tank can go up to 135, and I think he can kick Lomachenko's ass. That's just my opinion. I think very highly of Tank, man. I see something in him, man. I see something in him. I see a whole lot of potential. You know what I'm saying? I think he can do great things, man. And then you got this guy, man, Little Gary Russell. Little Gary Russell, man, he's been doing a lot of talking, man. Been doing a lot of talking about Tank, man. Saying what he'll do, this, that, and the third, man. In my opinion, man, Gary, stay in your place. You're too small, man. Tank would destroy Gary Russell. Out of all the names I just named, Gary Russell would be the easiest to beat, man. I know everybody, Gary Russell got skills to pay the bills, and he's a hell of a boxer. He got hell of experience and all that talk. Yeah, you're right. I agree. He's a hell of a fighter, But I look back at the fight between Gary Russell Jr. and JoJo Diaz. JoJo Diaz, when he punched Gary Russell Jr., his whole body would move. His feet would raise up off the mat. That's how hard JoJo Diaz was hitting him, man. Gary Russell won that fight off of the inexperience of JoJo Diaz and Gary Russell's own experience. His own skills. His own ring generalship, man. But, he frustrated JoJo Diaz. JoJo Diaz did not have a plan B, did not have a second gear, had no answers once Gary Russell made the adjustments. Because early on, man, that fight, that fight was what it was. That fight was nice and juicy, man. But once Gary, figured JoJo out, started moving a little bit more, he frustrated JoJo Diaz. I don't think he'll be able to do that to Tank. I don't think he'll be able to take those same shots that JoJo Diaz landed on Russell. I don't think he'll be able to take them from Tank, man. Tank hits hard, man. Y'all see what he do to people. I mean, am I the only one? I know people don't like Tank. I understand that. I probably get a lot of negative comments in my comment section. Probably get a couple guys who unsubscribe, you know what I'm saying? But I'm used to it by now. I'm used to it. But one thing you got to know, one thing for sure, two things for certain, three things for real, man. Big Faces Worldwide, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to tell my truth the way I see it. You understand me, man? So if that means I may lose a couple subscribers, then hey, there's nothing I can do about it. That's your issue, not mine. You understand what I'm saying? I think Tank is a hell of a talent. And I think Tank, will dust all those dudes off, man. And Tank is getting fed up, man. Tank is getting fed up. You understand what I'm saying? You can tell by that last tweet. Those ain't kind words. Those ain't playing words. Those are serious words. Hey, put that last tweet back up on the screen for me, please. Tank says, I will break every bone in your body on my dead homies. I'm going to try to kill you when we fight. Those are serious words. You understand me, man? And I really, really hope, man. Tank got this coming home fight, in July in Baltimore. I'll be there. You understand what I'm saying? But after that, I really hope that, TMT, Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd, I hope they can reach some type of deal with Eddie Hearn and Lou DiBella and make that fight between Tevin Farmer and Gervonta Tank Davis. It's been too long, man. It's been too long. It's been brewing a couple years. Everybody wants to see it. It's never going to get bigger than this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to see it now. It's never going to get bigger than this, man. So let's make it happen, you know? But that's all I got for now. You understand what I'm saying? So I'll check y'all out, man. But in the meantime and in between time, I want y'all to stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holler back.